Welcome back to Earl Sweatshirt Review. Today, we're going to be looking at a perspective, at a review, but really, this is really my review, but it's in the Is This or That series where I look at a score given by a website or a person. Specifically, we're looking at Anthony Fantano's opinion, sort of a hot take on the new Earl Sweatshirt album. He gave Sick a 6 out of 10. And I have been listening to this pretty much nonstop since it's been released, and I don't think it's a 6. I actually think it's pretty good. Sick is really the first proper Earl Sweatshirt album since the release of Some Rap Songs, and Some Rap Songs was massive. Anthony Fantano mentioned this in his review. It was very influential in the underground hip-hop, and it was just an album that tons of people loved. I mean, including Pitchfork, including basically everyone that heard it. And it's an album that I love. It ranked very high. I think it was my favorite, my favorite rap album, like a full-length album, even though it is pretty short, of 2018. It's incredible. It's so distinctive. It's so cohesive in the production that, like Anthony Fantano said, is like reverse falling backwards into a black void. And it's swirling and it's being chopped and cut as your particles are getting rearranged, bro. Some Rap Songs is something else. And in comparison to Some Rap Songs, I can understand how someone like Anthony Fantano or anyone else could see Sick as a disappointment, because Sick is nearly as cohesive. In fact, it feels like a mixtape in terms of the variety of the lyrical content and the different tones set in the music. Like, you have this, like, the really grainy, slow songs, God Laughs or God Laughed, and then the song Sick, the title track. And then you could juxtapose that to 2010 or Titanic, which are, in comparison, at least musically, way more upbeat. Titanic is even very braggadocious, and it comes right before the last song on the album, which is, once again, Fire in the Hole is what it's called, a big tonal shift. So the structure of this and the kind of inconsistency of it in terms of a tone and things can make it feel kind of like a mixtape. And it's the best sounding mixtape I've ever heard. That's an exaggeration, but the production on this thing is immaculate. It's amazing. I mean, some of the best production on an underground hip-hop album I've heard in a while. No underground hip-hop made it onto my top 10 albums of 2021. We had good stuff from the more mainstream people like Kanye and Tyler, but I didn't really find any underground that I absolutely loved. But this is just, it's down to a science, and even though I love the variety, I love the mixtape quality of it, where you're getting all these different tones and different things, and I do consider that a valid piece of criticism if you think the varying tones kind of takes you out of the experience. But for me, when everything on here is this good, I'm not going to complain. As far as criticisms go, in terms of the individual tracks, like I talked about, the inconsistency of it, something that I actually like, but it does hurt the album in one part, which I think is the song Titanic. I think that the album was sequenced better. Like, if it came after 2010 or before 2010, it would be fine. But I don't like how it's in between God Laughs and Fire in the Hole, because those songs are so dark in tone and they're so moody in their atmosphere. And then Titanic is just, it could have just been a single, and it was a good single. It was a good single. It was released as a single. But on the album, I don't think this song fits very well. My other criticism would be the song Sick. I'm not a huge fan of Sick. And I agree with Fantano that Lobby is half-baked. And, labeling it as an intermission is a little bit odd on an album where all the songs are this short in the first place. A lot of these songs, like Fantano said, a little over the minute mark. But I have a lot of praises for this album. I don't usually agree with Fantano when I look at his... I always think it's fun and interesting to look at his best tracks versus his worst tracks. Very often, I'll see songs I don't really care about in his best tracks, and then see, like, my favorite song on the worst tracks. That happens all the time. But that wasn't the case for this album, which is interesting that we disagree so much on the score when we basically agree on the track list, or in terms of the highlights. Old Friend is amazing. 2010 is probably one of the coolest songs I've ever heard. I absolutely love the production. I'm over the moon about the way this song sounds. It's so unique. It's so catchy. It's so cool. It's so cool, man. And then Vision is mind-blowing. I mean, it feels epic. And it's one of the longest songs I feel like Earl has done in a while, looking at Feet of Clay and this album and some rap, which are mostly pretty short songs. Vision is like 4 minutes long, and the feature's really good by Zoolopers. Not familiar. Zio Loopers. I don't know. Not familiar with the artist, but guys, Vision is awesome. My disagreement with Fantano comes with the song Tabula Rasa, which I think is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, amazing piece of underground hip-hop. Guys, Arm & Hammer brings the flow, brings the delivery, the production, the sample. I love how simple it is. It's so simple and it's so elegant at the same time. I never once thought it felt thin, the production on this. When he said that, I was like, no, the production is perfect on this song. I guess it is simple, but the simplicity works wonders. The bars are really good, and guys, Tabula Rasa is an amazing track, a huge highlight on the album. Lie is all right, but Fire in the Hole. I mean, Lie is a good song. It's definitely one of the lesser ones. Especially, it's very hard to really love that song when it's coming hot off of Vision and Tabula Rasa, because those songs are both amazing. So Lie in comparison just feels kind of weak, but the production is actually pretty interesting, and it's a neat little song. But then Fire in the Hole is a really, really excellent way to end the album. I agree with Fantano on that. Lyrically, it's great. Very tragic. Musically, it's amazing. I love the outro, the instrumental outro that really takes its time. Reminding me of Ride a little bit, the last song on some rap songs, where he wants to just end it on a musical note. A really great way to end an album. More people should take notes. Anyway, I kind of love this album, guys. It does have flaws, yes. But I don't care when I'm loving the highlights so much and I'm loving the overall experience. I love the length of this thing. Man, 25 minutes? People could learn from this. Like a 25-minute album. It's so tight. I can listen to it like over and over and over again. And because it's so short, it's so easy for me to put this on. And maybe even that mixtape quality makes it really easy for me to put it on. And guys, some rap songs is amazing, but the songs kind of sort of bleed together because they're doing, instrumentally, they all sound pretty much the same. And this, I think, is more adventurous, and I love that it's taking risks and trying new things, and oftentimes extremely successful with that. I love Sick. I think it's an amazing album. It's going to be very high on my list of 2022 albums, I'm sure, and I'm going to have to give it an upside down 6 out of 10 using Fantano's scale. This is a 9 out of 10 for me, guys. And that's what I have for you guys today. I've been working a lot lately, which is why I haven't been uploading much recently. Also, brought out the Humble Beast hat, man. Talking about underground rap, I thought Humble Beast was appropriate for the occasion. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.